Yo, what up, fellow Mage players? Okay, so after the new expansion, yes, everybody started immediately playing Fire Mage, right? It's good, it's proven, a lot of people are putting up numbers. However, I wanted to go in a different direction that wasn't in an elemental persuasion, so to speak. So, I wanted to abuse this card right here, Arkwing Pilot. Not only do I think 3 damage is pretty nominal, but when you pair it with being able to make 7 on board at a time, that's 21 damage either face or board. A lot of boards can't contend with that. That even outputs ranges like Star Power and etc. Like even Sunset Volley. So it's pretty big damage, and it can be done pretty consistently. Now, I'm still working out what would be considered the perfect 30. However, I do think it's pretty close. Also, if you see things that maybe can be included, taken out, aren't useful throughout the games, please comment below. I plan on trying to make Legend this season with this. Last season I did it with my own version of Big Spell Mage, and if I can do it with my own homebrew of that pretty broken archetype, I think I can do it with this too. Or at least I'd like to try, get outside of the box. We know what the provens are. We know Big Spell Mage is good. We know that Fire Mage is good. But what about Arkwing Mage? So I'm here to try to prove that today, and I'll have some gameplay at the latter half of the game. But let's get into the deck. And yeah, you saw the Skyla already. Two keychains, gives you the 2s for Greedy Partner. Of course, Greedy Partner is in here. Seabreeze Chalice, because it's a repeatable cheap spell, which will actually help us get out more Arkwings to fill out our board as well later on. And it's good chip damage early on not only monsters, but direct damage as well. Same thing for O Manager. We can either target a minion or face, and we get an extra coin. So this is already 2 Arkwing Pilots if you play it correctly. Primordial Glyph for the same reason. We're going to be taking cheaper spells. We can use this early, or we can use it in common, like with the Arkwing Pilot. Trouble Mechanic. So it's a small Draenei package in here, and for that, I feel like this will either draw the pieces I need or the pieces I want to stall until I get to where I want. Same thing for the Wand Maker. Not only is it a cheap spell generation, but it also gives us something to swap with Skyla if we don't have a coin for Skyla later either. Meta Detector for the coins. Cheat out our stuff. Robocaller goes and gets the 8s, which we have Supernovas, which is our backup plan overall. Because once you deal 21 damage or anything like that to face, you only need chip damage after that. So if you get lucky with a handful of fire spells, it'll close the game if we didn't already close it with 7 Arkwing Pilots. Sea Shield makes our stuff cheaper. It was already one of my favorite cards after Big Spell Mage got nerfed. This and Watercolor were definitely hands down MVPs in getting me Legend last season. However, Sea Shield is still a repeat offender. Even though we're not using Con Man this time around, there are no big repeatable spells for him. However, getting new cards cheaper just means doing it faster, doing it better, doing it harder. I'm still playing around with the new Drael. How do you say that? Type down and enunciate it for me. Draenei? I think that's it. Draenei. The new legendary is pretty good when comboed with the Igneous and can provide a secondary backup, because after you cast X amount of free spells, if you're not winning, then you weren't destined to win that game anyway. Speaking of the Artificer, he's in here. If we get back just 4 from the Arkwing, that's more than enough with the free spells and the 1-cost spells to flood our whole board with Arkwings. So just playing this before either playing the Legendary or the pilot, it's a win-win situation. So this card is actually pretty good, and it's old Surflipod stats, if I believe, a 5, 4, 4, 6, and we thought that was a problem with Surflipod. So maybe Surflipod was 5. Either which way, the stat line is pretty good, especially for what it's gonna do for us in the future. We have to play Skyla so we can get cards like Robocaller and our weapon and coins in general, but she's also good for flipping Supernova for us, because a Supernova for 1 or 0 that generates an entire hand of 1 cost spells is always good and usually can close out the game for us. Hopefully I get to showcase that for you today. But yeah, couple noteworthy things that you could probably change. The gold patterns can be swapped out for instrument text if you really want to make sure to get your metal detector. And we could do with some other big spells, maybe 2 more big spells to really take advantage of Skyla. But for right now, it feels like if you get your game plan going with the pilot, the game is kind of over. You'll see some people scoop and end at like 13, can't clear board, and then they just die because they're not paying attention to which one still has spell burst on it. But nonetheless, it is a new meta, and hopefully these games can showcase some of what I got laying down. And if you have suggestions to try to make it better, please put them down in the comments below. I might make another video featuring your suggestion. Either which way, I'm going to try to make Legends with this list or something of a similar nature. And no big spell mage this time, or fire mage, which we see is obviously good. See you guys next time, and hope you enjoy the games. Peace.
Jaina versus the Lich King.
The past is dead.
You asked for it.
Job done.
You fold.
Nothing gets past my hounds.
I'm ready.
The citadel stands strong.
I'm ready.
Smell gold in them there.
You don't lick the wands, see?
Keep on panning.
One dose solves any problem.
We will become so much more than the universe has left us.
The wand picks you.
What to do? What to do?
Get your own pan!
The wand.
Runs out on me.
Eyes on the horizon! This is where the fun begins! On my right! On my right! I raise, you fold! On my right!
Most intriguing.
On my right!
Job's done.
One dose solves any problem.
Nothing gets past my house! Nothing gets past my house! Little time.
Valen, we have a problem. Does anyone copy?
I wonder.
Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Holy!
Job's done.
One dose solves any problem.
What to do? What to do?
Job's done.
Thousand needles! Are you ready to rock?
full.